In total, 8 players who didn't know the highs and lows of Cardiff. In the Arsenal lineup, Richard Wright, the goalkeeper, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, Oleg Luzhny and Sol Campbell.
Well, I think they'll revert to their normal 4-4-2. Buildup will play wide on the right. I don't think be sort of worried too much defensively, because Carragher plays that side and doesn't get forward too much. Luzhny, big game for him, I think. Sometimes he can be a bit vulnerable at right back, but certainly Pires and Henry, the key attacking players.
The 4 in the Liverpool side, new since Cardiff, or not used there. Again, the goalkeeper, Jerzy Dudek, Nicolas Anelka, a former Arsenal favourite, if that's the right word, John Arne Riise and Stephen Wright.
Well, no shortage of pace up front, Owen and Anelka. It's just a case of will they get the regular supply line from midfield. The 2 wide people are key. Riise, I think, could get at Luzhny down that flank. And Heskey, I've got him on the right because I'm just wondering whether Liverpool will push him up on Ashley Cole, a bit like the Greeks did against England, and that height advantage, then they may feed off that.
And these days, of course, very much a 14-a-side game. So the 2 sets of substitutes, including one unfamiliar name, Graham Stack, who's the reserve goalkeeper today, never played in the first team, he's only 20 years old. And in the Liverpool lineup, Gary McAllister, who was such an influence coming on in the final, and indeed in the UEFA Cup final. But the lasting images for me of that afternoon in Cardiff was the smile on the face of Michael Owen, the smile of joy, and in contrast, the tears of despair from Henry, who could so easily have been the hero of the day and probably feels that he should have been. Never mind the penalty not given. Arsenal had their chances, and Nicolas Anelka will hope that he has his this afternoon against them. Man in charge is Mike Riley. It's a rainy, very grey afternoon, a day in need of being brightened. Steven Gerrard's first touch. Dennis Bergkamp's first touch too. And he came on as a 90th minute substitute at Cardiff. Goals from Thierry Henry this season in only 30 appearances. It's a remarkable tally. Pires, Gerrard, free kick is given.
That's the 3rd early crisp challenge from Steven Gerrard. He's certainly got into the game very early. Alan mentioned the tearing of Vieira, and he is a key one. I must say, I've got a couple of friends who are Arsenal fans who's at the moment a bit concerned about Vieira. He hasn't had the impact in recent weeks that he normally does for them, whether he's distracted by speculation linking him with Real Madrid, but it's important for Arsenal. He does play well today.
Owen in a slightly deeper role that we saw a little, in fact quite a lot at Old Trafford. Bit of space here for Pires. 2 in the middle. Buildup hanging back. Comfortably away by Sami Hyypiä. Nice Ball by Gerrard to Risa, who scored here in the league match. Incidentally, the Arsenal side showing 5 changes from that occasion. A couple in the Liverpool side. But he scored a fine goal, although the Arsenal defence was criticised for backing away from him, and the unlucky Stuart Taylor maybe might have cut down the angle a little bit more. Taylor now on the injured list, which is why Stack is the reserve goalkeeper. Indeed, why he lost his place. Risa quickly back.
I think it's been an excellent side in Risa, not only when he plays left back, but when he's pushed forward in that left attacking role. Very strong, he's got a good long throw, and been a vital addition to their squad.
Bergkamp's found a bit of space out here on the right as the ball comes across, and he's not been seen. Here he is.
That was a great piece of play by Henry, and great defending by Risa, because it went right beyond the back post. Look, he sells the dummy, shapes the cross, Anju ends up on the floor, goes to the back post. They got 2 against 1, and a good little knockback from Bergkamp would have found buildup if Risa hadn't got back.
Van Bronckhorst to take the corner. Hit long, Vieira trying to get, Campbell rather trying to get there, but fouled on the way to trying to get there. Interesting, just harping back on that league meeting of only a fortnight ago. The football correspondent of the Telegraph, Henry Winter, referred to it as a Monday match of few thrills or skills. Let's hope this is going to be rather different.
There was a tactic there, the long ball up from Dudek, out wide to Heskey, and he got a clear header against Cole, which wasn't surprising.
Armin looking for Owen. Owen has won it back well from Cole. Good piece of play by Owen. In the end, he was leaned on by Cole just enough. Heskey complaining.
He shouldn't complain, because it was a jump tackle on his, and I think he's the one who got to be careful making the challenge like that. But it was the opening created by Michael Owen that caused the problem. Look, can't go in 2-footed like that. All right, it was along the ground, but I think Owen saw it coming.
Vieira. Nobody there. No problem for Jerzy Dudek, who came pretty close, the goalkeeper from Poland, making Arsenal his club rather than Liverpool. Campbell, Gerrard, Risa, comfortable collection for Richard Wright. Oleg Luzhny. Lee Dixon making his way back was among the list of substitutes, I'm sure you noted. Buildup, good sway. Pires, good running. Good challenge by the Finn, Hupia. It's a promising opening. Activity in either box. But there won't be with balls like that from Sol Campbell.
That was a kiss of death with Sol's distribution. I mean, important game, I think, for him. You know, who's going to play, assuming he stays fit, Rio Ferdinand, who's going to play alongside him in the summer. Sven Göran here today. Lots of players to look at.
Vieira's header collected by Bergkamp. Luzhny. Very fine rain falling all the time. Buildup. Saw the spray coming up off the grass then as the ball was played through. We had the problem of White Hart Lane, but the pitch is pretty damp. Campbell backing away, challenged by Anelka. Bergkamp, right.
Good challenge on Perez. Got a key role today, Stephen Wright. He does like to get forward, but he's got to make sure he's disciplined and keeps an eye on Perez, who has been absolutely superb in recent weeks for the home side.
Free kick for the foot up. Gerrard decides to leave it. Risa has come across to cut it with his left foot. Sami Hyypiä is on the near side as we look, wearing number 4. Inside him, Owen. Gerrard now in the centre of the pack. Lots of movement. That was Anelka's head. And a few moments of reaction from the North Bank. Header that just flew harmlessly away. Member of the double winning side of Arsene Wenger in 1998. And indeed scored in the final against Newcastle. Ashley Cole. Luzhny. Kiev. Perez hugging the left touchline. Viltord the right. Ari in the middle with Bergkamp behind him, dropping into the midfield here, putting Hamann under pressure and fouling him. He looks up for it today, to me, Dennis Bergkamp. Flag is up for offside. Well, the FA Cup has not been too generous to Dennis Bergkamp. He missed the final because of injury in 98, and then last year he only got on when really it was all over after Owen had done the damage. Here is Bergkamp, shedding touchdown by Hamann. This is Patrick Vieira. Luzhny, Cole wants it long. So that it was short to Risa. Luzhny, Wiltord. Calmly away by Hyypiä. And help that little deflection. Owen. Hyypiä, good climb, but only to Bergkamp. Henri, good challenge by Stephen Wright. Henri didn't even have time to spell his name. Luzhny seeing a lot of the ball, not using it as well as he would wish so far. Well played Hyypiä. Steven Gerrard. Free kick given against Vieira, about which Vieira complains. A good attempt by Gerrard to get the weight of pass right, but Vieira's presence just enough to put him off, and unfairness with the referee.
I thought he was a bit unlucky there, Vieira, because Gerrard's sort of momentum took him into him. And that's a pretty even start. Strange thing is both Arsenal and Liverpool in the Premiership have picked up more points away from home than their home matches.
Not a good header by Ashley Cole across the face of his own goal. Sylvain Wiltord. Good play, Gerrard. Had to cover about 15 yards to get back to that. Nice touch. by Anelka to Owen. First chance to the bench. Good play by Richard Wright. Came to meet him, gave him no angle. Owen happy to go on his right foot, but couldn't flick it past him.
Well, that was the pace, wasn't it? Anelka and Owen had decimated the Arsenal defence. Coming in, was he going to take it with his left? No, he hit it with the outside, the right. Good, stood up well, didn't he, Right? Good opportunity, though, for somebody like Michael Owen.
Reese's corner. Not too long, nobody at the back. Pires. He's got 3 others up with him. 2 of them French. The other one Dutch. Henri playing comfortably.
I think Gerrard started very well in midfield and then winning a lot of the ball there, and it was him winning possession that knocked it eventually into Anelka. Great first touch by Anelka to release Michael Owen.
Pires, Wright coming with him. Pires not finding his colleague. A Frenchman. Here's another Frenchman. They seem to be all over the place this afternoon. Anelka. Probably a good job that Vieira didn't complete the tackle, because the ball would have had nothing to do with it. The ball is gone. Vieira. Precise ball back from Wiltor. Bergkamp. Pires. And Bronkhorst. Back to Pires, 2 for the cross. Good challenge by Jamie Carragher. Anelka. Heskey from a rather deeper position. Too strong for Cole, it seemed then.
2 good runs down either flank there. I thought Pires did well. Played a little 1-2, got the ball back from Bronkhorst, and that was a little warning for Stephen Wright. Got to stay with Pires, he's so bright and sharp.
Certainly a much more open game than we saw for Premiership points. We've had a quarter of an hour of it. Quarter of an hour of what is the 11th time these 2 sides have been paired in the FA Cup, 3 times in the final. Arsenal leading in that 2-1, but of course it was Liverpool who won 2-1. That's to the disappointment of Thierry Henry in 2001 at the Millennium Stadium. Arsenal's victories in 1950 and 1971 by George. Pushed a bit by Anelka. Wasn't much pace on the ball to hope that it would run. Richard Wright's 14th appearance in Arsenal colours. Hoopier supreme in the air again. And Pires has stayed down. He's the heat with the number 7 on his back. Gerrard. And the whistles from the crowd, because the players seem to be waiting for the referee. Hoopier, I think, when he got up so well in the air, came down on top of Pires.
Look says he wasn't impressed, but I don't think a lot of sympathy from that direction, is there?
Smiling Phil Thompson. Albert Saul has worked out that this is his 24th match in charge, Phil Thompson. This is how Pires got injured. Well, I have to say there was agony on his face from a very early point, but not being too unkind to Pires, but we do often see that expression. He won't be off for too long.
Certainly only one winner in the header anyway.
Anelka, Heskey. Risa seems to have a monopoly on set pieces at the moment for Liverpool. Cleans the ball.
This will go a long way.
Owen is the furthest across. Anelka by the penalty spot. On by Heskey. Wiltord. Not a distance for the Ukrainian. And as a result, he did nothing with the ball. Risa. Good cover by Wiltord. Luzhny was forward of him then. Dietmar Hamann. Owen starting things again. One-on-one here. Very, very well watched by Semi Hupia. Owen again deeper. Good advantage play by the referee. Liverpool in possession. This is Risa. Ball comes in early, but too early for Heskey.
Risa actually went for the early ball along the floor. I just wondered whether he might have hung it up. You see Emil Heskey at the back post there. He's tried to knock him in early. If it had been a little bit underweighted, he might have done. But then I think one-on-one against Ashley Cole, he might as well have just hung it up there as well, because he probably would have got the advantage too. But I think Liverpool started very brightly in the opening 20 minutes.
And it looks as though Perez is coming off. That's a big loss to Arsenal. And, in fairness, I might owe him an apology. He was obviously more hurt than seemed likely. And Ray Parlour comes into the action. Man who played for Arsenal in the Cup final of '93, although not in the replay that year. Played again in '98, but not a change that Arsene Wenger would have wanted to make so early. Just into the 21st minute.
Well, that is a major blow from an attacking point of view. Bronkhorst has gone on to the left and Parler's gone into the centre.
Bergkamp. A bit more required of him as a result of the loss. Perez has been much the creator for Arsenal in recent days, and scoring goals too. 8 in total. It's a very good play. Heskey and Cole. Poor play by Heskey, really. He never made up his mind what he was going to do. This is Cole, who now has the attacking option. Van Bronckhorst. Came off Stefan Osho.
It's injury problems with Ray Parlour, and because of the shortage of attacking players, they decided to put him on the bench, but it's a bit early to introduce him if he had an injury doubt as well beforehand.
Kieran. Incidentally, in the previous 10 pairings in the Cup, each managed 5 victories going back to the early days when it was Woolwich Arsenal. 1912-13, and Liverpool won the opening one 4-1. Balance that. The only time they met in the 4th round, Arsenal won 2-0 at Anfield in 1936. Luzhny. Well, there was nothing on, there was no movement, seemed to be what he was expressing with his arms. Vieira. Isaac Wiltord, good return ball from Henry. Because it was Cole who crossed for Wiltord to put it over the top.
There's the advantage of Ashley Cole from attacking point of view. He's got that pace. Terrific ball across the face of the goal, and Wiltord just coming in a bit late, couldn't keep it down.
Got a bit more here. Great climb by Henry, but not making contact. Jerzy Dudek. Acknowledging not the best of clearances. Arsene Wenger also not trapping it as well as he might have wished, and seeing the funny side of it. But the fact that he's on his feet a bit is indicative of his current feelings of concern, I think. Cole. Might have been a bit uncomfortable. They were all stretching, and it was a sort of straddle jump in the end.
It was a sort of get out of the way challenge from Emil Heskey. And Bronkhorst isn't as happy wide on the left. He's not what you would call an attacking wide midfield player in that particular role. Probably it'd be better if they were playing away, but at home he's going to rely on Ashley Cole, I think, overlapping on quite a few occasions.
The referee's just gone across to have a word with Emil Heskey. Yes, one also has to remember that Frelly Ljungberg, who's made a habit over the years of scoring against Liverpool, is on the injured list, scored indeed in the final, first goal of the final, which for a long time looked like it'd be enough to give Arsenal the victory.
And to be fair, the only reason Dennis Bergkamp is in the side is because Kanu's gone off to the African tournament, because he was probably enjoying his best spell for quite a long time at the club.
Lost its way just a little bit after a bright opening the match. I think the injury to Pires has played its part in that. Graypala. Space on the right for Luzhny. Vieira. Bergkamp. Van Bronckhorst. Well, he scored for the first time for Arsenal in midweek at Leicester. Fancied his chance, but it was never going to trouble Dudek. Jump over the ball, not putting the Polish goalkeeper off at all. And who jumped was Bergkamp. Useful. And they let Wiltord go.
Well, with a kind of bounce, he would have been in there, just switched off. I thought it was just going to go back to Dudek. Jamie Carragher allowed Wiltord to just get ahead of him. It zipped off the playing surface before he could just get a vital touch, but he was ahead of the marker.
Little appeal then to the referee by Anelka, which didn't endear him to home support. Good play by Harman. This is Owen setting himself! Pretty well wide of the mark, actually. Wider than is usually the case for him. But Arsenal's best chance, arguably this, and it came from errors in the defence. Everybody waited, but the bounce put it straight into the hands of Dudek. Henry held it up well, with Ancho at his back, nibbling. And this is Henry again, Bergkamp's inside! Goal number 7 of the season. for Dennis Bergkamp. Lovely move. Great credit to Thierry Henry initially, the way he held up the ball and then used it. And Bergkamp with a header that Dudek could only wave at.
This is a top quality goal. Just got away, hasn't he, from his mark at the near post, but the build-up play was excellent. Henry was involved, got it back from Bronkhorst. Terrific cross and perfect timing, glancing header. That is a top quality goal.
So, as in the final, Arsenal score first. Rather earlier than then, at the Millennium, we were made to wait until the 72nd minute. Here is Nicholas Anelka. Oh, came off the woodwork. Put out by Keown. Yes, it was out. But Anelka, having initially controlled it well, then got an extra touch. He didn't want off his shin, but he certainly whacked this. And off the angle.
There's a relief, Richard Wright, because from that angle, it shouldn't have gone in. And he thought it was going wide, it hit the angle, and actually from... quite surprised, I thought it'd just go straight off with the corner, but still stayed in play. They've now got the corner, chance to hit quickly back.
Anelka in the centre of the 6-yard area, solidly out by Martin Keown. Gerrard. Heskey's header this time. Well, he looked up for it, Dennis Bergkamp. But that was a beautiful piece of play by Thierry Henry. Nice return ball, his cross, and a lovely glancing header.
Bronkhorst has sucked Hoopier out. Look, Hoopier has come on Bronkhorst and then he's not there when the cross come in. Carragher comes from the left-back position to try and cover. We all thought it was fair at the back anyway, and there were 2 against 1, but it was initially the drop of the shoulder by Henry, which wrong-footed Oncho. He's not been out with his left foot. That was a terrific cross from him.
Frustration from Michael Owen. Just tested the sewing on the socks of Sol Campbell. And Phil Thompson and Sammy Lee getting a bit warmed up too.
Big boost for Arsenal when you think Perez, such a creative player, has gone off, and brought Ray Parlour on, and you thought, well, they might struggle to create quite as many chances as normal, and then suddenly 5 minutes later they're ahead.
Anelka, Risa. Free kick has been given against Parlour. Hoopier's gone forward. Harman leaves it for Gerrard. Hoopier's taken a position on the far side. Heskey's further across. Owen in the middle for the knockdown if it comes. But a bit of a launch by Heskey, who travelled without a ticket, and as a result will have a free kick given against it.
Ashley Cole was talking to his defence there. He didn't want him to be isolated. And if you get a decent cross in, you've got to feel Heskey will get the first header, whether he heads it towards target or back across the goal. And Ashley Cole was talking to the centre of the defenders, do you want to do a swap with me? And nobody did.
There was a slight weakness with a smaller man, fullback. Henry, nicely by Bronkhorst, now he's offside.
He delayed it too long, didn't he? And he went into the offside position. Henry knew he was coming there. Very unusual, because Henry's pretty astute with his runners. Look, should have played it much earlier than that. By then he was beyond him. They had 2 against 1. And that was a waste.
Owen looking to see if he can beat the bounce, but he couldn't. 1 o'clock kickoff, no time to shave. Hupia. And the referee is beginning to get a bit bored with Heskey. He's been involved in a few little moments which have upset Mike Riley, and I think that's the final warning. I mean, what's he trying to do? He's come back to defend. He's shown signs the last couple of appearances of getting rid of this disappointing run. Not scoring goals, but just playing wide right doesn't give him perhaps quite so many opportunities. This is Vieira. Parla, Luzhny, everything left of him. Anelka. The rain is unrelenting. Oh, what a good ball that is by Parla to Ashley Cole. And Bergkamp again! Well, should have been. Will Todd. It's the corner.
I think he pushed it onto the crossbar then. Ashley Cole, you will not see a better cross this afternoon. There was a great ball out from Ray Parla. First touch was superb, and that is the perfect cross. I don't know why he doesn't head it. He tries to hook his leg up for the volley. He's already scored one header. I think the easiest opportunity would have been with a second header.
Got a curl on this. Did well, the goalkeeper, with an extremis. Will Todd has got to do well again, perhaps. Put out by Sami Hupia. Plenty of volume in the Highbury roll. Martin Keown is up in the box. That's Vieira. Disappointing header.
Who am I to criticise? But Patrick Vieira, you know, gets a lot of headed opportunities. He is tall, but very rarely actually directs them on target, and he always goes up for them. Should score more.
Hasn't, in fact, scored this season.
You can see just from the goal kick now, they've done a little swap. Vieira's actually gone out to the wide left to mark Heskey rather than isolate Cole. Just tactically then for the goal kicks they're swapping over.
Interesting looking at Ashley Cole, the balance of his play as to whether he should be a full-back for England or in midfield on the left side for England. When he's come forward, his crosses have been superb, but he has had his problems in both positioning in internationals and today with height against someone of Heskey's size.
Well, that's what the Greeks sort of made a little bit of a play at in the qualifying game.
Ari. Did he know he was there? Stephen Wright. He being Bergkamp. Luzhny. Luzhny with not quite the verve of Lee Dixon, but Wiltord gets a second chance. Excellent tackle by Hupia. Bergkamp, he's going to hit it. Possibly shouldn't have. Father will wish he hadn't tried. Good positioning, Martin Keown.
Good spell by Arsenal though. Wiltord very nearly got through, and great tackle by Hupia.
Van Bronckhorst. Harmon. Owen. Anelka. Gerrard making the run down that touchline. Looks up to the skies a bit as Anelka lost where he was and what he wanted to do. Vieira. Campbell. Arsenal at this stage looking good value for their lead. Mr. Wenger is sitting down, Mr. Thompson is on his feet. was accidental.
I can't
But
believe
whether
he's going
Mr. Riley thinks the same or whether Mr. Brooking thinks the same,
I don't really. I just hope it was very accidental, though. Just the pace of it. Fortunately, Mike Riley, I think, sussed that out.
referee well, Mr. Riley so far. Oh, he's cleanly through, but a use of the hand. The assistant referee on the far side as we look, David Bryant, waved his flag very quickly. Withstood the challenge, and Bergkamp, Dudek to meet him. Good block by the Polish goalkeeper. Been one of the best buys of the season and solving a problem that Liverpool really had last season and at times escaped in spite of it. Westerveld had good days, but not such good days too. Campbell thought he was going to make that. Liverpool free kick. For a referee is he can go through 89 minutes and 52 seconds, and if he makes a mistake in the last 8 seconds, that's what everybody remembers. In spite of that, an awful lot of people seem to want to do the job, and some, like Mike Riley, do it very well, but rarely get credit for it. Paul Durkin yesterday at Millwall had an excellent match that he allowed to run. Here's Risa. Not what he intended. That's out. Well taught. Oh, nice spin. Two of them. The clock ticks on into the last 5 minutes of the first half. One excellent goal dividing the teams, scored by Dennis Bergkamp in the 27th minute. If you've come back from some refreshment before lunch, you've missed quite a good half. Perhaps you were watching in the pub. Liverpool yet to recover from going behind. Parler, Cole on the run on the left, Wiltord is on the right. This is Van Bronckhorst. Cole drops back now. Henry and Bergkamp in the box. Vieira. Bergkamp tried to play it through, the run behind him by Vieira. Now Harman. Owen. Very, very deep, Owen.
Well, Steven Gerrard had just passed the ball out there. Had a very bright opening 15 minutes, just lost their way the last 20, and certainly Arsenal deserved their lead. Confident, and probably it might be a little bit frustrated. They haven't taken the good spell they've had in the last 15 minutes and got that second goal.
Scored first in the league meeting here a fortnight ago too, but the lead given them by Ljungberg lasted only 7 minutes. The match finished at 1-1, but Arsenal won at Anfield just before Christmas. Lost Van Bronckhorst sent off in spite of having 10 men. Not good enough to win the day. Liverpool at the moment not looking good enough to win the day on this Sunday towards the end of January. In fact, the last Sunday in January. Hoopier with plenty of time. Carragher. Gerrard. Risa down the left touchline. It's a nothing ball from Jamie Carragher. It's a gift for Ancho. Being a good example of how to trap. Owen trying to get Anelka away. Cole. Oh. Heskey. Nobody getting control of it. Vieira, a little grab of the shirt by Heskey. And he's going to be booked now. You have to say he's a rather silly, Emil. I mean, how long did he think that the referee was going to keep his patience? Grab a shirt. Yes, he did. Quite needlessly. Look at that. Pull him back.
Takes his hand away as if it was nothing to do with me. It was far too close to both officials, and in a nothing area, it's a total waste of picking up a yellow card. It's just frustration.
To get it out of his system. Harman not having as long as he thought on the ball. Keir. Vieira. Bergkamp. Owen. Owen, very much the fulcral point, but behind either Anelka or Heskey, taking the ball onto them. A lot of people feel it should be something rather different from that. Well, the England manager used it briefly against Spain. I mean, he is capable, but there's not too much possession of the forward players since that opening quarter of an hour.
Well, he had the best chance of Liverpool, didn't he, when he just came from that deeper position as 1 minute of added time. From a flick by Anelka, but I must say I much prefer to see him further forward where the pace can actually take him away from defenders, almost like they were trying to do there. But at the moment, the supply from midfield has been, with Gerrard and Haman, not quite of the quality, and Heskey and Risa, different types of wide people. And you look at the bench with Berger, Murphy, McAllister, Littman, there is a bit of creativeness there that he could bring on in the second half.
Parler. Looks for Cole. Ahead of Stephen Wright. 12th appearance of the season, one who came through the Liverpool system. He was a trainee back in '97. Henry hoped he might get the corner from the deflection as he was challenged, but the referee, he was very well positioned, said no.
The challenge by Gerrard, just slightly wrong-footed, but just does enough to put him off. It looked to me as if it clipped one of those two. But Henry, dangerous as ever, but this time in the first half, a provider rather than a taker.
And it's the first half which ends with Arsenal having for some time looked good value for the goal that Dennis Bergkamp scored in the 27th minute of the match. A really fine move by Arsenal, an excellent finish. So at half-time, it's Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0.
Decent first half, some good
Wasn't
football.
boring, that's for sure.
No. Well, that was your plan, wasn't it? If you said
Plan of
boring,
attack.
it won't be.
I tried to say it was going to be boring, so it would get Liverpool playing boring and we would go and score, and that was the plan, and it worked.
Massive plan.
Who's we?
Well,
Oh, the Arsenal.
You're not we then, you're not Liverpool and we.
No, Liverpool are Liverpool.
No.
Arsenal are
Well,
Arsenal.
I'm we.
The Liverpool were good for 20 minutes and then... Liverpool were good for 20 minutes, but the last 25 minutes, Arsenal, as I said at the top of the show, are great going forward. They've had some terrific play. I think the big problem for Liverpool is that they've gone deeper and deeper, and the back four are defending the 18-yard line, And Henry and Bergkamp are absolutely adept at getting position just in front of them. And when it's played into the feet, the back four can't get out and get to them. And then Stephen Wright at right back's totally isolated. Everything's been coming down the left-hand side. The crossing's been good. But you'd have to say that Arsenal are worthy of the 1-0 win. And some of the football...
You're predicting it?
Well, at half-time. 1-0 lead.
What about, I mean, Arsenal, it's amazing how a goal can change a game, isn't it? Because Liverpool actually in the first 20 minutes had one of probably the best chances.
Yes, but like then you got Thierry. Thierry, I think, has been a little bit quiet. He hasn't been, you would say, one of his most electrifying games, but he's been doing him nice.
I wouldn't like to
touches.
see him when he's good then.
Well, the thing is, he's nice little touches. He's getting things going, and then for the goal, you know, the way he held it up, and then played it in, and then went back for the and then the cross was just fantastic.
Well, you demonstrated it nicely with your arm, so
well,
I might
it's my coaching vibe. It's my coaching stuff, you know. But like, I think we are well worthy of our lead. You see, if you want, this is great control. Yeah, look, Thierry, nice touch. Then he turns him nicely there.
Fantastic control.
Right. And he plays it inside and goes again. And see, Emil should have maybe went with him there. You know, you could say, but you know, he's a forward. Bang, great cross, great goal.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet, Henry.
Well, yeah.
The control, the turn.
Look, Ancho, see you later. Get me one.
The movement.
And then
give and go, and then the cross.
The cross is.
And then the header.
Exactly. Great cross. Bang.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very difficult to defend against because it's done with such pace and control and movement. And the crossing was superb. And Bergkamp, you know, makes a run, takes a chance and puts it in the back of the net. But they've had so much success down that left-hand side. Every time they've got down there, the crosses in have been fantastic.
We had a one-on-one with Michael Owen early in the game, and he is one player you would back in that situation
yeah.
every time.
I thought it was the one where he's gone through, and I thought he would definitely get as close as he can and do that little scoop what he does, but he's very unlucky not to get that through Richard's legs.
I think if you look at the goal in the cup final, he takes it on his left peg.
Well, he took it wider and cut it across. But the thing with it, if you see how, if we saw it from the other angle, you see it just catches the inside of Richard Wright's leg. See that? So it's just, we're talking about really small margins. Really small margins. He's done well there, Richard Wright. Please for him.
Right over the top of him, but great opportunity.
He's
you could argue that's the best chance of the match so far.
The only other time Liverpool came close really was that shot from Anelka that struck the woodwork.
Something out of nothing, it was.
I think so, because from there, he's turned here, and he's just like he's thought, well, I might as well have a shot. There's no one in there. I think Richard Wright might have thought it was going wide. Look, you know, it was, you know, and it's hit the bar. God. I thought, oh no.
Right. I mean, we're not.
That's a great hit.
I mean, to be honest, Anelka's been pretty poor in the first half, apart from that one shot.
Yeah, it's not gone for the fella.
Would you like to play up front for Liverpool? The front two are so isolated, it's untrue.
At the moment, they are.
And as I say, since the goal, they've gone deeper and deeper and deeper, and it puts so much pressure on everybody, especially the back four.
In some ways, though, that's how Liverpool have had most of their success, isn't it? From hitting teams on their counter-attack. But do you think they've gone a little bit too
record as we look at Jari Litmanen, who's just been told is going to come on in place of Nikola Anelka. There was a young lad a few years ago who wrote to me when he was 13 years old and sent me tapes and things. He's now doing commentary for another channel just a few feet away from where I'm sitting. So if you fancy your chances, just keep having a go. So it's going to change the pattern. As Wright was just saying, I mean, we've got a similar style for Liverpool now compared with Arsenal, who successfully had Bergkamp in space. They were trying to find Litmanen in space with Owen now up front. Free kick is free given. No, the referee says yes, he has given the free kick. Bergkamp backing into Trippier. Clearance by Martin Keown. Risa, Owen, good touch, Heskey crowded out. Play by Ashley Cole, but not the best of clearances. Gerrard, watched the bounce well. Harman. Hasn't really been able to make an impression. German, keeper Harman.
He does a specific job for him really, Barry, where he just sits in front of the back four. he quietly is effective, but he's not probably going to be the one who probably hit a free kick now from 30 yards. He's not going to be the one, I don't think, that's going to unlock the Arsenal defence. He's going to rely on Littmanen, who's coming in. He'll just play behind the front two, as we thought, with Heskey up with Owen. And it just means now that Gerrard is going to have to play a little bit righter, because they've got a midfield three almost of Gerrard, Aman and Risa.
Hupia. The way to Vieira, Henri. Well, that's a fine touch by Van Bronckhorst. That gets Bergkamp away here. Two in the middle. And they just get a corner from it. Bergkamp would have hoped for more, but Henri, in his keenness to get into the box, actually stumbled and almost knocked Van Bronckhorst over in the process. So maybe if the ball had come over, it wouldn't have helped the situation. Campbell forward. Good clearance by Jerzy Dudek. Arsenal have maintained their record of scoring in every game this season, but for the record, they have yet to win a match 1-0. Used to be very different in George Graham's days. That was a regular score. 2-on-2 here. And Parler getting up outside. Henri fancies going alone. Brilliantly done. Challenge across by Ancho.
Well, that was great defending. Certainly bad ball from Michael Owen. He just goes through the legs, get a little ricochet. You don't think he's going to get caught here. Ancho has come across and gets the block. It was a terrific challenge, I must say. I was expecting either a save or a goal.
And the player in the 6-yard box. Further over here is Campbell. Liverpool throw. Rain continues to fall. Only the slightest of breezes. And low cloud ceiling. Heavy. Stephen Wright take the free kick. Heskey forward alongside Owen. He and Littmanen really challenging for the same ball. Heskey, that is. Spectators will be pretty wet.
Certainly conditions a lot better than for yesterday's FA Cup ties, when the gale force winds were causing all sorts of problems, and the Highbury surface still playing very well, not cutting up.
When did it not play well? If they managed to move stadium, they're obviously so keen to do. I hope they can find a pitch to match this one. Maybe a bit wider.
It is the narrowest pitch, isn't it, in the Premiership. It's often been one of the problems, particularly like Arsene Wenger developed a pass inside. He would like that extra width, I think, now and again, to break down the opposition.
Richard Wright just had to make the one save where fortune was on the goalkeeper's side against Owen. Here's Henri. Oh, the referee doesn't give the handball, and Ancho again makes the tackle.
A fantastic run again. I mean, Henri, first of all, it was the little knockback. He went for the 1-2. Sells himself, it hits the arm, but he does keep it close to him. I think it would have been a harsh penalty decision. And then that man, Ancho, another second saving block.
Stephen Wright, the relieved man. Didn't get it right. Will Tor gets a second chance. Took it away from Parler, though. Fischer making his life a little more difficult, but it's another corner. Another good piece of refereeing, incidentally. Ninth corner for Arsenal. Met by Carragher, claimed by Dudek.
He's going to be okay. Delivers a good ball, Van Bronckhorst, on the right side, curling him with his left foot. Liverpool dealt with them well, but they've had to concentrate.
Oh, the Telegraph, the clearance by the goalkeeper. Good play. Owen's gone forward. This is Gerrard. This is Heskey, this is Owen. Didn't get the luck with the bounce there. Calm piece of play by Martin Keown. And Henry, for the third time in this half, suddenly gets a half break. And that could be a mess. Oh, Carragher having to spin to play it away after getting a touch that he didn't want. And the face is just a little red.
Well, Henry again knocks it, goes, it's onto his left. He heads for the penalty, a good outside of the right foot cross, misses out the near post, and it actually could easily have ricocheted into the net.
Here comes the corner, good punch, Dudek. Good pressure, Arsenal, start of this second half.
The attack from the back from Arsenal warranted a goal. I mean, the build-up, I don't know how many passes it was, 10 or 11 before Henry released the cross, was magnificent one-touch passing.
Henry. Wiltord. Bergkamp waits in the middle, comes shorter for it. Henry behind him, and further back, Van Bronckhorst. Slightly curious challenge by Wright, but it worked. Owen, Litmanen, Risa. Owen just inside, Heskey down the middle. Litmanen, Gerrard square. Still Litmanen. A bit short. Harman. Gerrard. Kick is to Liverpool.
Free kick's a long way out, got to be something like 40 yards. Whether Harman or Gerrard actually take a chance on it.
Well, the German has placed it. This has scored for a heck of a long time. A couple of years, in fact. He struck it well. For the years, and it was in round 3 of the FA Cup. Henry. And Bronckhorst making a good run. And it was Harman who made the challenge. Come back and get the ball. Risa. Slightly chided me for saying that Harman wasn't making much of an impression. Ever since I said that, he's been much more involved in the game, and not only defensively.
I've got to say, the opening 10 minutes Arsenal have been excellent, and we've got to admire Liverpool's defending, because I think a lot of sides would have buckled and conceded the second goal. They haven't. They've made one or two desperate tackles and blocks, but that's what defending's all about. They've hung in there. Have they weathered this opening second half storm, and now can they get back in it?
And the referee is going to put a second name into the book. And doesn't take too much writing. C-O-L-E. Christian name Ashley. call that so late it wasn't to it. No choice for the referee. One apiece in bookings. Right, ooh, didn't come very positively, but the free kick has been given. But he didn't come through in a manner to say, this is my ball.
You often get the goalkeeper get perhaps overprotected in these situations. As he goes up, yes, he spins round Heskey and shoves him with the arm into the chest. And I think in the end, when you see the replay, that was the right decision.
With the head, had a very good opening to the second half. Swiss. Parla, Cole, Bergkamp, and Bronkhurst in the centre forward position at the moment. Cole looking for the cross, Henry up as well. It's going to come to Wiltord. Parla. Reluctant to have a crack himself, which is a bit unusual. Parla again, nice build-up. Luzhny. Defender's ball, Hupia won it. Vieira. Clearance by Wright. Emil Heskey. Van Bronckhorst. Still Arsenal threatening to get this second goal. Second goal that they couldn't find in Cardiff last May, and they were on top. Risa. Lippmann. Gerrard goes for the strike, got a deflection. It's a corner.
Gradually probed their way into that. I just think in the current structure with Gerrard, Haman and Risa as the three in the centre and Lippmann just in front of them, they do rely on the two full-backs to try and get forward and give them the width, and it's an argument Liverpool fans often say the side does often lack width.
That's a good header away. It was by Henry and it's cost him a bit. And the referee rightly stops play. Liverpool supporters complain, but it was a head injury and he's lying in the area. Oh, no sympathy at all from a few Scousers who've made the trip.
Yeah, he's part of the ground where the Liverpool fans are.
Conversation between Wenger and Pat Rice. It was a brave header. His head shaking quite a lot, having made it. He seems to have got a bash in the mouth.
Yeah, just caught the shoulder as he followed through with the header. The shoulder of Hupia was coming in behind him. Sort of a header that you often get the forward covering the near post, and Henry has been excellent, I think, today. Important defensive header, but they can't afford to lose him. He's such a vital outlet with his pace and awareness.
Among the faces, the not so well known and the well known. Bob Wilson in the background there. Quite a long delay, but I think he's going to be okay. He'll have to go off for a moment. It's the right sort of headgear, assuming you can keep the hood sufficiently high up that it doesn't actually stop you watching anything. 2-1, Tranmere and Cardiff. Same time the kick-off. Show. Hammond. And the free kick, I believe, for the challenge by Wright. And the referee didn't like that at all. third name in the book.
At least trying to get forward, Stephen Wright, to give them that width down the right-hand side, but just when it was cut out by Ashley Cole, just catching the standing leg, as you see, as it comes across here. Once you go in, legs flailing, don't make contact with the ball. The yellow card pretty inevitable.
A good combination between the officials there. Sort of kettle. Noticing that Wright had, dare I say, bowled over a bit. Show's got to be careful. Bergkamp gets behind, but can't collect. Gets well applauded, though. In one of his better days, Dennis Bergkamp, as you pointed out earlier, Chairman, by no means a regular. The fact that Kanu is playing for Nigeria gives him the chance, and he's certainly taken it.
He has played well, and we'll get that little run in the side now. And I'm sure just beginning to get into the pace of it and everything. And of course, going to have to stay on the pitch unless they bring on a midfielder last 10-15 minutes just to keep it tight and hang on to the 1-0, because they've certainly got no attacking players on the bench, Arsene Wenger.
Dixon, Ramondi and Upson, the three on the bench. The goalkeeper, Graham Stack. Gerrard, Keown, with time to look, and there's a little push, and maybe an offside, I'm not sure. But certainly it's a free kick to Arsenal.
Yeah, I think a little nudge in the back from Michael Owen on Martin Keown. Keown and Campbell have done well. Just once they got caught out. Owen running from deep early in the game when it was 0-0. That's what he thinks of the derision he took, because he did get caught by Houpier's shoulder. But yeah, other than that, I think Keown and Campbell have dealt with Owen and now Heskey, of course, pretty well up to now. Still got to keep that concentration there.
Yes. If you're a Liverpool supporter, you'll recall it was very late in the day, 83rd and 88th minutes in the cup final in Cardiff, that Liverpool turned the match on its head. And on to the memorable triumph in the UEFA Cup as well. 5 trophies in the season. Hurst again. Arsenal's 11th corner in the 11th cup meeting. Counting replays. Dudek, good play. Not his best. Lippmann. Right. Cole, Wright's done really well, and so did his namesake. And Heskey going in.
He could be in
loose for a
trouble here.
moment. What action will the referee take? Heskey's already been booked. A very good piece of play by Stephen Wright, ended by Richard Wright, but the ball is loose there. But it was after that Heskey came in.
Well, he didn't actually make too much contact with Richard Wright. Otherwise, I think he could have been in trouble, because Richard Wright had got his hand in it. Stephen Wright can get forward like this very well. Gave them the width. Going to have to do that more and more. Richard Wright actually did well to block it at the near post. But anyway, Heskey, a little bit, I think, impetuous with that challenge, having already picked up the yellow.
Show. Good pressure from Bergkamp, produces the error. Henry battling to dig it out, being pushed a bit. Oh, he's done brilliantly. And Wilthorne was poised. It's Carragher who took it away. Lippmann looking for Owen, and Richard Wright comes a long way and makes not very good job of it, but the flag is up anyway.
Now, it's a free kick to Liverpool, but it was Keown pulling Michael Owen back. Now, if he says he's pulling him back and he thinks he's the last man, Martin Keown could be in serious trouble.
Referee is going to go to talk with his assistant. Patrick Vieira making a point. Certainly going to be a card. The question is, what is the colour? It's red. Owen going away. Keown adjudged to have been the last man, and therefore Martin Keown, who's had an excellent match, suddenly in one moment, because of this pullback, to a ball that Owen, in fairness, probably wasn't going to get, because Wright did get there ahead of him, even if he did slice his clearance. But the letter of the law says that Keown goes.
Got to agree everything there. It was a shirt tug. He was the last man. I don't think Michael Owen anyway would have got there ahead of Richard Wright, even though he sliced it. But into the letter of the law, he then has to go, and it's again the pace of Michael Owen. Is the first time, I was just going to say, Littmanen hasn't been able to get into the game, to thread the ball through to the likes of Owen, and that was the first time he did it, and that now means the holders have got the extra man, and just under 20-odd minutes to go.
And they're going to make a substitution.
Yeah, Viltord coming off and Upson will come on.
As you said, Sylvain Wiltord is the man to be replaced. And on comes another central defender, Matthew Upson. So it's a rearguard action for Arsenal. First they have to defend from the free kick. It's resulted from Martin Keown's pullback. You would think here there's going to be a little touch from Harman to Risa, to judge by that movement. There is indeed. Risa hits it. Good save. Owen just can't control it. Goal kick.
It's just a little bit of luck you need. Great strike from Risa. Michael Owen typically, look, following it up, could have gone to him a little bit softer. He couldn't react. It almost just ricocheted off his leg as he hung it out, hoping to be the follow-up. But it came back off Right harder. It wasn't just a rebound. He actually almost punched it away. And Owen just couldn't steer it into the goal.
Risa, who scored in the league match here, unable to see his side back level at 1-1. Owen certainly the quickest to move. It's too hot. This is Harman. Free kick for the challenge by Hoopier on Henry. It's all getting a little practice. And Henry, as you see, very much still on the field. Just in case there was confusion with the caption, Sylvain Wiltord is the man who's gone off.
He's still going to be such a key man, Henry. He's up there by himself now. He's got to relieve the pressure. His pace will still worry Liverpool. They can't take too many chances, although I'm sure they've got to push, particularly the right-back Stephen Wright, on more and more almost now as a right attacking midfield player.
Chess as the assistant referee. People at all corners of the ground don't agree. And Carragher and Bergkamp having a little disagreement. Suddenly the whole atmosphere has changed. Referee having to talk to his other assistant. He was totally on top of the game, Mike Riley. Managing to do so without showing cards, and now he shows a second red card to an Arsenal player, to Dennis Bergkamp.
Well, he obviously I couldn't tell from over this side whether he actually threw the punch, but I mean, Mike Riley just went up to his official. They only exchanged about 4 or 5 words, which suggested that there was a punch thrown, and so the red card come out. Now we've got 9 men.
That's a double red card because he's sending off Jamie Carragher as well.
Jamie Carragher's just got to take it. He mustn't get involved anymore. He's in trouble enough.
Well, it was a poor challenge by Bergkamp, no doubt about that. And the referee, on the advice, I would suspect, of his assistant, deeming that to be a foul and dangerous challenge. Reason for the red card there. And Carragher following him down the tunnel.
I assume there must have been some fisticuffs there. I'm still not sure that initial challenge was enough for a straight red. There must have been an exchange afterwards, but Carragher got the red as well.
This is Harman. White thinks about coming. Good header away by Sol Campbell. Risa. It's a corner. Ashley Cole thought that was handled by Steven Gerrard, remonstrating with the official on this side. Liverpool's 10 against Arsenal's 9. Arsenal leading by the only goal of the match.
Well, I know this is an FA Cup game as well. Of course, those senders off might have huge repercussions for the two sides as far as their Premiership challenges are concerned.
Well, the suggestion there is that something was thrown from the crowd and Carragher threw it back. Looked as though it might well have been a coin, certainly something quite small.
Yeah, that was definitely what has happened, because the way Carragher was standing there, he wasn't going to get involved in the sending off. Then he's picked up a coin, thrown it right back at the crowd, and once you get players involved in however frustrating it must be, they should be protected by the stewards, but it's that reaction that's got him into trouble.
And the fourth official, Steve Bennett, has confirmed that that was the reason why Carragher was sent off.
To that, I would hope that the steward or somebody pinpointed who it was, Barry, because whoever caused the coin throwing should be ejected or charged themselves.
Absolutely. Gerrard. And now Gerrard is going to be booked for that challenge on Van Bronckhorst. This time it's to be yellow.
You almost wait with bated breath at the moment to see what's going to come out next.
Well, he has two cards in his hand all the time. It is yellow, and that's right. But it just shows the referee having an excellent game. Suddenly, in one moment, the whole thing gets terribly fractious. The referee, good view. Van Bronckhorst going down a little after the incident.
To be fair to Mike Riley, I still think he's done pretty well. Most of the decisions I agree with.
Absolutely, absolutely. But he must have felt the game's going well, it's got a good match and so on and so forth, and suddenly he's having to talk to his officials and get out the cards. And we've got 10 against 9. And the 9 lead by the only goal. As you said, suspensions will follow the league position currently. Arsenal in second place, 1 point behind Manchester United with a game in hand. Liverpool in fourth place, 2 behind United and 1 behind Arsenal. Because Man United haven't got to one the competition to continue after going out of the FA Cup. One of these two is going to join them. This is Heskey. Risa, Gerrard. Good cross. Goal kick.
There's a terrific cross. Lippmann just picking up that bit of space out wide, giving them the width. Just picking the ball between Campbell and Upson. Michael Owen, it just curled away, got behind him. He couldn't quite direct it. You can see here, look, it's just behind him. He's just got in front of the ball and actually skimmed off the top of his head rather than diverted it towards goal.
Going to be a lot of stoppage time to be added. Just over 13 minutes remaining for Liverpool to make their numerical advantage count. Gerrard. Stephen Wright is forward on the right. Harmon. Wright now goes wider. Ashley Cole follows him. Good piece of play by Ashley Cole. It's a goal kick.
Good little tussle between those two right now, playing very much wide on this right flank, not as a fullback, almost as an attacking midfielder. Lippmann is sometimes ganging up on Cole because, of course, the pitch doesn't seem quite as narrow now as you've got three less players, but constant pressure from Liverpool without prizing open a clear-cut opportunity at the moment.
Stephen Wright. Sami Houpi. Deep Mohammed. Gerrard to his right. Owen looked for the earlier ball which didn't come. And Gerrard inside, outside. In the end, Cole once again wins the day with help from Van Bronckhorst. While Sven-Göran Eriksson is among the watchers. He'll be learning a bit more about Ashley Cole.
I think Ashley Cole's done well, which is say Van Bronckhorst helped double up there, but not been able to get forward, of course, so much this second half. Now with that 1-0 lead, we've got a call on his defensive qualities.
Oh, great lead by Henry. A subtle touch. Up comes Luzhny. Henry moving to the near post. Now to the 18-yard line. Vieira. Possession more important than looking for the second goal. Fowler. Gerrard. Harmon. Right in Cole again. It's become the 1-against-1 of the match in the second half. Both young. Stephen Wright, only 21.
Danny Murphy going to be introduced, see if he can get another vital late goal.
Well, that's the end of Stephen Wright's endeavours. Danny Murphy twice found the answer at Old Trafford. And also the Worthington Cup semi-final against Crystal Palace and FA Cup against Tranmere. Just had that happy knack. 10 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. It's reset. Free kick quickly taken. Gerrard. Murphy. Looking to his left. Calmly done by Upson. Cole. Henry. Smooth as silk. And Van Bronckhorst looks at Ashley Cole. Van Bronckhorst obviously thought he was going to continue his run, but Cole wondered whether that was his main priority. Henry had gone the other way.
Certainly Cole was right, he should have stayed back. Henry was the one to knock it back into. Henry, I think, has been magnificent, definitely my man of the match.
Lippmann. Over hit by Murphy. certain justice, I'm sure, that Thierry Henry will feel in your observation there, because probably he should have been the man of the match in the cup one. He didn't take the chances that came his way, and Michael Owen did.
Looks as if he's going to need a stitch perhaps or two afterwards, but it'll be all worthwhile. He's still that lone striker.
Ari. Rupia. Lippmann. Incidentally, the fourth official has also confirmed that it was the two-footed tackle by Dennis Bergkamp which brought his dismissal. Lippmann, and whose goal divides the teams, no longer part of the action. Gerrard will take the corner. Gerrard, bring it back, over the top.
That was a good chance. It was Harman who actually went for the first header. Campbell did very well there, but this one is a free header. Just got underneath it, mistimed it. And Arsenal, they're getting further and further pegged back. Can they hold on?
Richard Wright making absolutely certain. Risa. Gerrard. Harman. Six and a half minutes plus stoppage time for the cup holders to hang on to the trophy. They won't do it with balls like that.
Again, although there's temptation to knock it in, and they must try and get outside Arsenal. They're depleted, but they're focusing everyone through the middle. Liverpool just got to get out the flanks, get people running, overlapping, and try and get the crosses in from near the byline.
And Arsenal make another substitution. Giovanni van Bronckhorst comes off. The good applause. Dutchman to depart. Another Frenchman to enter. Gilles Grimaldi.
Van Bronckhorst did very well, I thought, today, but he was so shattered. And Grimaldi just coming in there, playing the centre, just give that extra protection to the back four.
Four at the back, three in midfield, just one forward. Forced on them by two dismissals, Keown and Bergkamp. This is Risa. Upson's header. Another much more eventful match than the league meeting. The FA Cup changes things. Three men sent off, lots of incident, just the one goal. Ori shielded. Oh, goodness me, wonderful. Mr. Cruyff at his best in the opposite box. Stefan Onshaw is in trouble here because there was absolutely no attempt to play the ball then. Yellow card. Ashley Cole very, very frustrated. It was a lovely piece of play by the young Arsenal player. I mean, it wasn't quite a forearm smash, but the arm was held there to deny the movement of Cole.
Yeah, the only additional thing I would say is that actually Ashley Cole carried on running. He was released eventually by Onshaw, and Mike Riley could have just waited, and actually he was in on goal, and he's penalised him. And although he could have picked up the yellow card after the incident, because Ashley Cole had a shooting opportunity.
Parlour. Oh, he's got him in. Parlour. Here's Cole. Harmon to Lippmanen. Again, Ashley Cole. Had a storming second half. Risen to the challenge thrown down by Stephen Wright. And has got better and better. Both ends of the park. Lippmanen. Gerrard to his right. Everything to Gerrard's left. Owen can't get to it. Lippmanen does, but not properly.
Well, what's it, just over 3 minutes of normal time. Probably, I would have thought 4 or 5 minutes of added time for Liverpool to hold on to that trophy.
Flag up for offside against Henry. Incidentally, Arsenal have now had 10 red cards this season. And Wenger's total in 6 years is 42. Harmon. Risa. Good challenge. Needed about 4 inches in height. Lippmanen. That's a goal kick.
Well, Gowan was clear at the back post, wasn't he? Harmon's cross just overhit. They certainly had an extra man there. This is the ball. Just going towards that back post of Michael Owen, just getting too far. Did well actually to hook it and keep it in play, but certainly if it had been a bit of a shorter cross, he'd have had a clear open goal header.
Another look at the watch by Phil Thompson, Liverpool's assistant manager and the man who's been in charge for now almost 24 matches. Recovers from heart surgery. Into the last minute of the 90. Well, cut out by Cole. Didn't give it away. Quickly up on his feet. This is Vieira. Henry runs to the left. Vieira needs someone to the right. Parlour makes a position for him. Just intent on keeping the possession. Can't really tell for sure from here, but whether that was a push and shove or whether the ball had gone out, I don't know. But it was obviously was a push and shove because the free kick was given. The wind getting a little stronger, the rain as heavy as previously. And the home crowd endeavouring to sing Arsenal home. Harmon, Risa, Sami Hyypiä is forward. Lippmanen adjusting his position. Good header by Upson. Still not away. Grimondi, Henry. But if he meant that, it was another touch of brilliance. But I'm not sure he did.
We got 4 minutes of added time, by the way, during all that little scramble was shown. So still a lot of anxiety to tick away for Arsenal. Can they hang on?
Wright's clearance. Harmon. Lippmanen. Gerrard. Owen gets free for a moment. Got a touch to it, did Richard Wright. And Campbell completes the clearance, having had to put the anchors on a little bit. Almost fell unkindly for him. Out by Cole. of relief. Free kick to Arsenal. Under 3 minutes of stoppage time. Owen had Arsenal hearts in their mouths. Just a touch for Richard Wright, but Campbell suddenly found the ball around his ankles, but adjusted.
Didn't quite hit it cleanly, Michael Owen. He did well to get behind the Arsenal defence again, and Campbell did well as well to make sure he didn't rebound it back into his own net. But I think if they do hang on it, you've got to say Arsenal do deserve it, and certainly people like Henry and Cole in particular have been outstanding.
Referee looking at his watch. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. Henry. Vieira. Liverpool throw. Rimondi runs to get to the defensive position. Throw not properly taken, or indeed taken from the wrong place. Osho. Gerrard from the left back position. Risa from the left midfield position. Deep Mohamed, they're trying to stretch Arsenal across the park. Not the best of balls from the German. He's applauded by many. He's given a standing accolade by many. Arsenal waiting to be sure it's their day. It's their throw. Last mile, definitely the hardest. Henry, Dudek, virtually has to be long. No, it doesn't. Hofia. Gerrard. Letmanen. Three around him. Away comes Vieira, the Arsenal captain. A few more seconds. One hoping that they will extend, another waiting for the final whistle. Free kick quickly taken. This is Letmanen. And we're now playing the stoppage time of the stoppage time. It's going to be Arsenal's day, and it is. And critically, the ball in the end is at the feet of Henry. The home crowd rise to the Arsenal performance. The 9 men hanging on to the lead given them by Dennis Bergkamp in the 27th minute. A match absolutely full of incident. Suddenly became very fractious on what up to then was a relatively quiet afternoon. And Arsenal have turned the tables, and the FA Cup will change hands.
It was an eventful little affair.
Well, I did tell you at half-time that Arsenal were worthy of the 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Secondly, you employ him as a pundit, there's no way you're going to have 22 on the pitch at the end of the match. That's for sure. And thirdly, he talks about Henry at half-time being quiet, and he's just given the best performance you'll ever see. Absolutely.
No, I said, you know, he's not been as explosive, but he's had some really nice touches, you know. I stand corrected. I thought he was absolutely unbelievable.
Arsenal deserve to win.
He's lovely to work with him.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for that, Al. I thought we was talking between ourselves before. told the whole country.
Quite a while ago. I think we should remind everyone of the goal at home.
It was